Good morning. It's a hot one. Hold on, let me get out of here. Morgan, if you saw Morgan. Oh, I cannot believe how warm it is. I can't believe it's the middle of July. My birthday is in 2.5 weeks. Where did the hell what? That didn't make sense. Where did the year go? Which, I mean, I'm perfectly fine for this year to end. Let it end. But we're in the middle of July. It's crazy pants. Crazy. Which me and Becca were talking about my birthday the other day. This one, we already knew it was going to suck. But this year, because every year it sucks. August is the worst month for us. So, I'm just used to it. But at least we always made a point to go to my favorite restaurant and have dinner. We can't even do that this year. It's sad. Which I know Johnny will make me a fabulous dinner for my birthday. It's just the point, you know? It's just the point. Okay, so what has been going on? I was a stitching beast. Yeah. I almost have the whole parchment outline, chapter, barriers, whatever the hell you want to call it. I almost have those all stitched, and I am super excited. And was it not last night, but the night before? I had to move the Q-Snap. I've moved the Q-Snap many a times, but I took the Q-Snap off, and it just happened that John was walking by, and Becca was in the living room cross-stitching. I'm like, look guys, look, and they're like, wow, it looks so cool. And I'm like, I know, it is really cool. But now that's, oh my God, why do people have to get up on my butt at a full speed, and you're from a different state too? Oh, now you just cut off that person. Ooh, is that person following you? If he cuts over, there's a chase. No. Okay. That was my little entertainment this morning. God. My brain. Yeah, I am rocking out this stitching, and I love it. And I just don't want to put it down. Now, yesterday, oh my God. It was beautiful in the morning and till about 1 o'clock. And then, bam, humidity, 100%. And I think it was only like 85 degrees, which my car was saying it was 85 degrees. Not the stupid weather people who say it's 85 and it's really 98. We're not going there. We had that rant last night. Anyways, yeah, it just, so for 3 hours. I was baking in the sun, just dying. John had to come in because there was it was just one of those crazy days yesterday. I'm like, can you please come and just deliver this one delivery for me? Which he did. And then he took some more because he's a sweetheart. Sometimes. But he called me at like 3 o'clock. And he's like, you don't sound good. I'm like, I'm not. I'm getting nauseous and I'm hot and I'm sweating. And when I sweat, I get very cranky because I'm not usually a sweater, you know. But 100% humidity, I don't care who you are, you're gonna sweat. He's like, but you sound very irritable. I'm like, John, the back of my bra is soaking wet. He's like, oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, yeah. I like had it. I was just like at that point, like the day needs to just be over. And the sad part is the day started off where I had 10 deliveries. They were all residents, which that sucks. When they're all residents, it already sucks. Because it means it's not fast drop-offs. When it's a business or funeral home, you open up the door, you set it on the table at the funeral home, you know, and you walk out. You don't have to talk to anyone. Usually businesses are quite fast because you just tell the receptionist who it's for, and they get to walk out. Residents, you have to knock on the door. You count to 20, waiting for them to open the door. If they do not open the door, you knock on the door again and count to 20. Then, if they don't answer the door, you go to your car and you try calling them. Yeah, I don't like residents. But anyways, yeah, yesterday was crazy. Yeah, you're only getting a 2-day clip vlog. Well, it's probably gonna be 2 days worth of clips because Monday I only worked. You can't even call it a half a day. I basically went in, took one big run, and did it, and then I finally did my taxes. My taxes are at the IRS, and this is hilarious. I don't understand this. It really makes me chuckle though. Okay, so I use TurboTax. I do my own taxes. You submit it, you e-file it, and now it's been like 11 o'clock when I finish my taxes. It's usually 1 to 2 hours later. I always get this text message. Congratulations, the IRS has accepted your filed return. You will be getting your check within the next 3 weeks. So you're telling me there's someone at 1 o'clock in the morning looking over my income tax? Is that how it is? I think it's an algorithm, especially because at the end it tells you what risk factor you are to get audited. I'm always in the green. Always in the green. So I think it's that. If you're in the green, they're just like, yeah, we're not even going to look at this and just go on. They're looking for those yellow and reds. That's just my theory because 1 o'clock in the morning, seriously. But anyways. And I mean, think about it. There's no way someone is looking, or a team of people is looking at every single freaking tax return. I don't think, right? The staffing that you would have to do for, I mean, just think of Michigan alone. Now, I bet you they look at Michigan looks at Michigan. I don't even know. Who knows? I still think it's that whole, are you in the green, yellow, or red? Which made Johnny happy. He's been on my ass. I'm like, John, do you not know how taxes work? Because, you know, we were all extended to July 15th to do our taxes. He's like, if you don't do the taxes, then you get penalties. I said, yeah, dumbass. If you owe, we don't owe. So we don't get penalized. I don't know about that. Go Google it. Oh. But he's happy. See, I think secretly, he was wanting the tax money so he could say, well, how much am I going to get of the tax money? None. I paid off almost all of your credit cards. Now it's time to pay off my credit cards. Not. Which we paid off the biggest ones and worked our way down. So, I don't know, we did it the other way. We paid off the small ones. And a lot of them were small in his name. Here we are. Wonderful work. Okay, let me load. And I'll come back out. Okay, we are back. Okay, so. Last week you didn't get the vlog until Friday. So Friday, I stitched on, well, all week I stitched on Harry Potter. I didn't take one day off. I did yesterday not stitch as long as I had the other days, but I still did at least 4 strands. So, my goal is 1 strand a day at the minimum. Unless I'm actually just taking the day off, and then, well, I'm just taking the day off. Because I don't want to get burnt out, that's for sure. I got burnt out on diamond painting. Don't want to get burnt out on cross-stitching. Which, if I got burnt out on cross-stitching, I'd just go back to diamond painting or coloring. I have to be doing something. Where am I going? I think I'm going over this way. So, no, I'm going this way, yeah. So, Saturday was useless. Had to deliver a wedding at 2 o'clock to a church, 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock, that's it. It was about 45 minutes away. And it just ruined my whole day because all I am is, oh, I can't go do this because I have to go to the wedding. Can't go do this because I have to go to the wedding. Think about just stopping doing weddings. Because I like to have my 2 days off. Everyone else gets their 2 days off. I'm sick of worrying about my work when it's my day off. Because it's not fair. John comes home on Saturday, all he does is talk about work. Thank God we both don't work Sundays anymore, because we have one day where we do not talk about thrifties one bit in my house, which is very nice. What else? So Sunday, all I did was cross stitch. Oh my gosh. Which was good because I was in one of the parts where I was like going through pages like crazy. Oh, that one's done. 2 hours, that one's done. Now mind you, it's just a long strip. Some are fat, some are skinnier, you know, but it's a lot of counting and changing threads and all of that. So it takes a little time. Well, the one I did, oh no, I started that Saturday too. That's right. Because it took me 2 days to do this one page. I kept telling it to me, like, I feel like like I'm getting nowhere. She's like, the progress is looking great. I'm like, it doesn't feel like I have progress. Slowly but surely. Yeah, it was a rough one. I wasn't having fun whatsoever. Then I was paranoid that my counting would have been off, and when I got to the other side, you know, because it maps off the chapters, because every 2 months you get a new chapter to do. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I haven't started any of the chapters, and we're halfway through the sale. I'm still doing the part where you should have had it done before the sale started, but that's okay, because I started this late. I didn't start it on time, so, and I have a lot of other projects that I really wanted to pay attention to. What the heck? I don't know. So, Monday, did taxes. Woohoo! Still, and I told John, I said, you know what? I'm telling you right now, if it's under $40, because with TurboTax you don't get to e-file your state taxes for free. I think you can e-file up to 5 or 4 tax returns for federal free, but you don't get any for state. So I told John, I said, listen, if it's under $40, I am e-filing our Michigan taxes, because I don't print them out at home. I print them out at work. So I had to go and deal with getting into my freaking email at work, print them off. Then I had to write out the envelope, and I had to find a stamp, and it's not going to just take one stamp. You put 3 stamps on that baby, because you know what? I put 2 on 1 year, and it came back to me. You put 3 stamps on that bad boy, and you mail it off. Now, usually, I am the type of person, February 9th or 10th, whenever they say you can file your taxes, it's safe to file your taxes now. I am an early filer until this year, because John made me feel like a piece of shit, and I wasn't confident in doing the taxes. Well, I figured it out. One frickin' box. What was happening is it was saying that we own that I just own the business. Because we're contract drivers, we have to be on a 1099. That's the whole reason I'm leaving this place, is because I have a 1099. I get no vacations, I get nothing. 23 years, and the only thing I have to show for this is that I've ruined about 5 cars. Yeah, drove them into the ground. Anyways, 1 box that says, and it doesn't prompt you, you have to actually go in the forms and look for this box, which I know exactly where it's at. It's Schedule C. It's the 3rd line down, because the 1st line says the spouse owns the business. The 2nd line says the taxpayer owns the business, and the 3rd line says the taxpayer and spouse owns the business. So, and I showed him. I said, would you have been able to find this? And then he's telling me on our 2014 taxes, I messed it up too. I said, look at that. H&R Block was the one who did our taxes that year. So even a person who's qualified to do taxes messed up our taxes. Yeah. Sorry, that was a little ranty there, but you know what I mean? Oh. So anyways, the whole point is I usually do them as soon as I can. I do our taxes, and it always seems to be that the same week that we're getting the Valentine's Day check, we get the income tax check. Except for state, because I hate mailing state away. So last year I looked, I didn't mail that away until August. Because I hate, go print it out, find an envelope. We're in the 20th century, right? 21st century? I never know these things. I don't want to go through all that. Okay, hold on a second. So yeah, I want to be able just to click a button and it's sent off. So, because, you know, John is so scared about deadline, which we don't owe state taxes either. I'm like, I told him, I said, listen, if it's under $40, I'm paying to have it e-filed. That way I don't have to do all this other BS. He's like, oh yeah, I agree. And especially because we're doing our taxes so late this year. Okay, grumble. So, my taxes are done and gone away. Yay. But it was funny. So, I'm using this laptop. I couldn't think of what it was called. Laptop that was from like I think we bought this in 2005. I think so. So that should tell you it's a piece of crap. It's slower than hell. And now its issue is, okay, so what was it? Last Wednesday? A week ago. Wow, it's been a week already. Wow. That's the day that John just let me have off to do all the taxes. And it took me 4 hours to figure out that stupid little box, which I think last week I told you about the stupid little box. Well, oh, and that was funny too, because when I was doing our taxes and I'm like, okay, time to file, like, wait a minute, let me go look. That stupid little box was checked wrong again. I'm like, ha, gotcha! And John's like, are you okay in there? I'm like, I got the stupid box. But, okay, so I worked on that computer for a good 8 hours, 10 hours, had the internet, no problem. All of a sudden, it disconnects from the internet, and it won't let me reconnect to the internet. I've tried everything. I don't know how to get it back online. I tried, because Jonathan's like, maybe you need to forget that network and then go back in it and forget all the networks. No, nothing's working. So Becca has all of the cable stuff in her room, and she has a not landline. Is that what it's called? Whatever. It's the line that goes right from the modem to your computer, because she doesn't have wireless because I don't know. She didn't want it. I don't know. So, because at school it doesn't help to have wireless, and you get a better, what you call it, if it's not wireless, if it's directly plugged in. So she wanted her computer to be as fast as it could be, and she's not going to put it on wireless, so she didn't spend I think it was $160 to make it wireless. She's like, I don't need that. So I'm like, Becca, take my laptop into your room, set it all up, put the landline, I know it's not called the landline, but I can't think of what it's called. Put the direct line into the computer. I had to run to the shop real fast, and I'm halfway home. I'm like, so did you get it working? She's like, well, kind of. apparently the landline port is so jacked up that you basically plug it in and then hold your breath. Don't breathe at it, don't look at it, or it'll stop working. So I was in Becca's room doing the taxes, and all of a sudden this alarm goes off, and it's John's phone, because John's the only person who didn't turn off the damn notifications. He starts swearing up the storm. I go, what the hell is that? He goes, it's the National Alert System. I'm like, oh, what are they saying this time? Because we would get the Amber Alerts, and it was ridiculous. We get an Amber Alert at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then at 3 o'clock in the morning get another Amber Alert that it was called off and they found the child. It's like, oh, he was just spending the night at a friend's house. The mom didn't know. You know, the next day you would find that out on the TV. It's like, really? So I turned that crap off because I'm not being woken up. And it's a scary noise. It's worse than my alarm noise because I have the old alarm clock. This is like a screechy. Like, what are they saying now? That it's a $500 fine if you don't wear a mask in a business. They need to be telling you this at 7 o'clock at night. What? We've just been all over the place. All over the place. Okay. Yeah, so what happened was I forgot the package and we had to go re-deliver that one. Oops! Okay, I'll be right back out. I love my job. I love my job. I love my job. I love my job. I hate my job. Why are people so rude? Rude! You're getting freaking flowers. You didn't pay for them. They're a gift to you. I'm delivering a gift to you. That's why I'm knocking on your door, people. People are rude. Okay, what was I talking about? Don't remember. See, I hate when that happens. What is a Kaiser roll? 2 Kaiser rolls with fries and a pop, $6.99. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a hot dog covered in bread. Okay. Never float your boat. It is getting so hot out here. It is 12:20 and it's 89 degrees and the humidity has to be at least 80%, if not higher. It's ridiculous. It's gonna be another one of those days. Yay. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Okay, what else has been going on? Hold up. Okay, so that was the lady who placed the order. She's like, oh, you just called me about a flower delivery? I was like, yep, but they came to the door and they answered it, so everything's good. She goes, oh, it was the people I was sending flowers to. You don't have one for me. No. She goes, oh, that's right. I put my phone number for the recipient's phone number. She goes, why'd you have to call? Because it's the corona. People aren't answering their damn doors. So you gotta call and let them know that you're not going to touch them. Their package is on the, the porch. I couldn't think what that thing was called that you stand on. And to go outside and get your package. Oh. So I should have put their name in the recipient, their phone number in this recipient. Yeah, you should have, lady. I don't know how many times a day I get that. Oh, yeah, I was sending the flowers. It says recipient for a reason, especially our front page says we are doing non-contact deliveries, meaning I really shouldn't even be knocking on the door, but I'm knocking on the door because people don't answer their phones. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. But we're essential workers. Which we would have been back to work now. But only like 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Okay. What was I talking about? I hate this. I really hate this. I think I was done basically talking about everything. I did find a recipe for what's in the pot for Monday. It's so simple, guys. I already tested it out because, yeah. You want to know what it is? It's homemade macaroni and cheese in the Instant Pot. Oh my God. I will never be buying boxed macaroni and cheese again. It is so freaking simple and so much better. So much better. So, yeah. I am really hoping. Okay, wait. I don't like to put too big of a plan on myself because then if I fail, then I feel like a failure. So, I am hoping that tonight I can be done with all of the chapter divides, the parchment paper, whatever you want to call it. But I am not stressing myself out, and my plan is to have it done by Friday and starting the bottom, my special thing that I'm doing at the bottom. Yeah. To put one thing at the bottom on Friday. So if that's finishing up the border chapter, whatever, Friday, and then I want at least to get 5 stitches stitched on the bottom. Why 5 stitches? Because that's the first line is 5 stitches. See how I did that? Mm-hmm. Accomplished one little line. I think I can do it. And then this weekend, I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna finish the whole bottom because I think the whole bottom is going to take me at least, depends on how fast each one gets stitched up. I'm gonna give myself a week to do it. I just don't know. It might take 2 weeks. I don't know. It's a lot of detail, a lot of stitching. But it does look like it's a lot of color blocking too. So that might go really fast. I don't know. Okay, so I am going to load and go. And if I think of anything else, I'll come back on. If something happens, I'll come back on. But I basically updated you the whole week of what happened. It's been a very boring week. So, yeah. And yesterday I forgot my phone at the house. That's why you didn't get one yesterday. And Monday, you know, I was just going in for one run. So, yeah. Okay, guys. See you in the next clip, whatever we're doing. Good morning. It is Thursday. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. We're not talking about it. Okay, let me get on the road. Then I can concentrate. There's Johnny's car. Okay. I have multiple earlies today. The first one is at 9 o'clock in Detroit. I don't believe it's 9 o'clock in Detroit, but gonna do what they say, but I have a feeling I'll be sitting there for at least a half an hour. I woke up today. So the night before, I only got like maybe 4 hours sleep. That'd be the very most I got was 4 hours sleep. I think it was probably more like 3.5. So I came home from work. Work was okay. It wasn't too bad, it wasn't easy, that's for sure. But it wasn't too bad. I got home, I think about 4 o'clock, 4:30, something like that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to my book and cross stitch. Guys, I'm on the last part. I thought I had 3 more parts to do. I had 1.5. So I cross stitched for a good 2 hours, I would say. Ate dinner and went to go back to do my cross stitch. I was so tired. Oh my god, I hate when that does that. I couldn't see the holes, and I tried. I rode the struggle bus for a good 10 minutes, and I was like, I can't do this. And Becca's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I can't see the holes. I'm on the last part. I have it all outlined. All I have to, no. I'm not just on the last part. I have 3 colors down. All I have to do is add 1 color, because what it is, okay, so you have like a brown border, then you have this 1 color that's speckled through it, and then you have another color that's almost exactly the same color as the other one, speckled through it, and then you have the main, it's like a olive green color is the main part of the whole thing. Okay, every time the windshield wipers happen, it freaks me out. So it's like a little delayed on the camera, which is weird. I never noticed that before, that there's just a slight delay. But yeah. So what was I saying? So all I have is that green. I'm like, see this, Becca? This is all I have to do. All I have to do is put this green in it. And she's like, oh, that sucks. I'm like, why, thanks. But she was just, excuse me? Thank you. She was just plucking away at her flowers. She's got a lot of progress done. And it's looking so cool. But tonight is the plan to finish that up and then to start the bottom. Da, 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 da! I can't wait. Now I keep going back and forth. Do I go finish the top before I start the bottom? But I'm very excited about starting the bottom. So I think I'm just going to start the bottom. I don't know. Yeah. My brain just went. Oh, so another thing too is before dinner when I was reading my book and cross-stitching, I got to I'm rereading my favorite series, well, I can't say my favorite, one of my top 5 favorite series of books. And I got to the really sad part. Not sad because it was like someone died, because no one died. It was just, the town just came together. It was one of those wonderful moments. And I started crying. So after dinner, when I was trying to, you know, force myself to cross-stitch, Becca was in the kitchen, and I said, okay, that's it. I just gotta go to bed. And, I'm like, what did you do? Oh, because what happened is I got up and I went to the bathroom and I came back. Now I have this cup with me. Anywhere I'm in the house, my cup is with me. It's a cup of iced tea. Except for when I go to the bathroom. I come back and I'm like, okay, am I losing my freaking mind? Where's my cup? And Becca's like, oh, I already put it by the bed for you. And I'm like, oh my God, you are so sweet. So I go to give her a hug. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I heard you sniffle. I can't. She's so freaking adorable. I heard you sniffle. So I thought, I'm going to make Mama brownies. So she made me brownies last night. I was like, oh, you are so sweet. I go, yeah, I got to a sappy part in the book. She goes, I didn't know why you were crying, but I heard you sniffle. Thank you, Becca. So I had brownies in bed. Yay. But I got more than 4 hours sleep. Yay. I got 6. And 6 is good for me. 6, 7, I'm golden. So I cannot wait to cross stitch. Okay. Why is my wiper's not really doing the wipering thing like it's supposed to be doing? See, and then I think that's just too freaking fast. But okay. Early, but can we all just stay in our own lanes? That would be wonderful. Oh, they just added that sign. Or it could have been there all this time, and because because I would have seen it. I drive down here during the dark too, so. Sorry, guys. Too freaking early in the morning for me. I don't know what else to talk about. I don't like the rain. At least I have my hoodie here. I can just throw my hoodie on. What I hate, and it's not because you guys seen me. It's not like I do anything special with my hair, which I do every morning. I take a shower, blow dry my hair, and put hairspray in it. Nowadays, it's just the lightest mist of hairspray because it's not really going to be moving anywhere. But what I hate about the rain is that my hair gets wet. And it's not because, oh my God, my hair's going to be messed up. I hate especially when it's a rain like this, where it's just like drip, drip, drip. It starts dripping and then you can feel it rolling down. It's like, oh! So, I got to put the hoodie on so I don't get that drip, drip, drip. Because when it's like pouring, well then your whole head is wet and you don't actually feel the running of the water down, but when it's one drip at a time. Okay, that was weird. That guy is stopping that truck. I gotta get to work. I don't have time to bitty-body and watch and see what's going on. I wonder what time this place opens. What time does Enterprise open? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. There's already a line, and people are like working in there. That is crazy. Let me got this idiot across the street who's on his phone but doesn't realize his flashlight's on. So he's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta open the damn gates. Oh, God. Don't piss me off. Okay. What a wonderful day we're gonna have. Yay. Okay, we are back. I had to run and get gas real fast because I was on E and there's no way I could have recorded and tried to ghost into the gas station. Yeah, it was one of those days. Oh gosh. So it's gonna be one of those days. I'm really feeling it because, okay, so it all depends on if this funeral home is really gonna be open at 9 o'clock. I don't believe it. So I have Detroit, and then I have Grosse Points. Detroit's due at 9. Grosse Point is due at 10:30, which that funeral home is opening at 9. So that's perfect. And then I have an 11 o'clock that is out of my area. So, meaning it's far, far away. I already go, my area is really big, but it's only 3 miles out of my area, so it's no big deal. And I always tell them they can keep this one, but they can't keep the other one that is far away. Oh, we're gonna just deal with rain and yuckiness. Yuck. But my 11 o'clock wasn't done, but by the time I get back, it'll definitely be done. So I'll load that up real fast and then shoot out there and then come back and I have noon and then a couple by ones. I'm just gonna be running. And it looks like none of my tag doors picked up from yesterday, which really pisses me off. So yay. Oh, wait. No, I have lots of duck rounds. I have caught up on so much YouTube. It's ridiculous. I am all caught up, y'all. It's crazy. I haven't been this caught up in I don't know how long. Oh, I guess that wasn't a lot to talk about. Oh. God. Oh, I do have something to talk about. Okay, so one of my favorite YouTubers, and I said one of, not my favorites, is Stitching at the Cabin. Stitching at the Cabin. Why did I say cabinet? Oh my God, I need to go back to bed. So, Stitching at the Cabin. So, and I usually don't get, like, Miss Coffee and Stitching at the Cabin is ones that I usually don't get behind on. And Married with Stitches, because they do one every 2 weeks. So if you get far behind on Married with Stitches, then you're just not watching YouTube, really, you know? So, and Stitching at the Cabin only does it once a week. But that doesn't say much because I couldn't believe it. I was something like 9 episodes behind on Pam and Steph. What the hell happened there? I don't know. I think just things started to really, my queue started to really fill up and they just kept getting pushed. I don't know. But the funny thing was is that they weren't in my queue. I had to actually go to theirs and then find it, so maybe I wasn't getting notifications. Because when I get a notification, you get put in either watch later, unless my watch later is filled up with all new people that I want to watch, then it gets put into watch now. A separate private list. That means all the people I've already started watching, they added videos. So I'm thinking this is what happened, is that for some reason I wasn't getting notifications. We'll see Sunday. If I get a notification, then we're gonna be like, oh yeah, you gotta unsubscribe and resubscribe, which is a pain in the ass. But oh well. To get the notifications again. But first I'm gonna try, instead of unsubscribing, I'm gonna try changing the bell, you know, where it says no notification, put it on no notification, and then move it back up to notification, and then I'll have to wait 2 weeks to see if it works. But you know what I mean? It's better than unsubscribing and subscribing, because mine is, if I'm subscribed to you, you know I'm subscribed to you. Mine's not private, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't like, they don't know that you just unsubscribe and resubscribe right then. Which, I mean, Pam and stuff, they're not going to notice, oh good, this person's already subscribed, you know. But it's like, you know, the people that, okay, like Miss Coffee would know that I just don't unsubscribe from her. But if Miss Coffee saw it, she'd be like, oh, wait a minute. You just subscribed again? When did you unsubscribe? With me, though, she knows it's not that. I don't know. You see what I'm trying to say? No. I don't even see what I'm trying to say. Anyways, let's get back to what I was talking about. So, I was watching Stitching at the Cabin, and I was like 3 episodes behind on them. I don't know how it happened. I don't know. But I was 3 episodes behind. And I love their channel. And it's like, it's funny that they talk about such, like, I don't know how to say this. Off the wall things will just like, they'll just start talking about something like off the wall. It's not like Stitcherista, who always talks about her TV shows or her books or stuff. And what I love about them, they actually showed one too, which I was like, yes. They talk about car chases, because I guess they're in California, and I guess it happens all the time, and you can actually watch them on TV. When there's a car chase here, you don't watch it on TV. You hear about it on the 5 o'clock news after it's all done, but you don't get to watch it live. Well, they were actually watching one live one time, and they actually put it in the bottom of the corner. It was freaking amazing. It was amazing. So, but they don't talk about, okay, well, right now, every week at the end, they talk about the wedding. And they talk about the fixing up the cabin and what they did, and they talk about their birds, but they don't talk about TV shows. And I don't know why she was talking about TV shows. But she just started talking about TV shows, about how, I think they were like, I think she was saying, oh, I think I know now. They were talking about how there's, people aren't making YouTube videos like they used to. So she was catching up on her queue, and she's like, well, I have no one to watch in my queue, so I had to, you know, I went to, I think she said, or whatever. She went to go, no, it was Netflix. She went to go catch up on shows. And she's like, yeah, I'm already caught up on Virgin River, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wait, what did you say? And I rewound it, and I'm like, Virgin River? What? And I'm like, okay, wait, she was saying Netflix. So I go to Netflix, and, okay, this truck is pissing me off. His load must be too heavy. Okay, so it's anytime he hits his brakes. My brain just went away. So I went to Netflix and I'm like, oh my god, it's okay. Now, so that is the series that I'm rereading. It's one of my favorite series. I think it was Friday night because Miss Coffee didn't go live. No, it was Thursday night because Friday night I stitched the whole time. Miss Coffee didn't go live, and that's when I started my marathon of catching up YouTube. That's right. Thursday night, a week ago from today, I was like, okay, did I already talk about this in my other vlog? Oh, I hope not. Well, if I did, I'm sorry. You're hearing the story twice. I don't think so, because I think I was way too pissed off to even talk about it. I needed a week to calm down, because now I can actually talk about it without, hopefully, swearing. Which we're coming up on our funeral home very soon. I just can't see because of this truck. But I think it's right after this open sign. Okay, I'm going to save the story. Oh, yep, there's the liquor store. And there's the funeral home. I'll save the story for when I actually come back. Okay, Andrew and Hardy. Does it look like the light's on? The gate is closed. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I gotta call my work. Okay, this sucks. This really sucks because now I have to come back over here. Okay, how am I gonna do this? What? Okay, I need to get to Cashew. I don't think Cashew crosses over here. So we've already passed 7 Mile. So what can I take that's gonna get me that way? Let's see what this light is up here. I might just have to take frickin' side streets. What is this? Okay, I think this turns into Cashew. I mean, a roundabout way turns into Cashew. Are you stopping? Because you don't look like you're stopping. Okay. If this really turns into Cashew, then that's not bad. Because I don't mind taking half-mile roads. But I thought I was going to have to do a whole bunch of residents. But I'm almost positive this... I got the hiccups so bad. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think this actually dead ends right at the funeral home that I want to go to. Oh my god, the hiccups. I can't believe this. Okay, can we stop with the hiccups? At least it's not the ones that it's actually hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. It's the silent hiccups. It's just I can't talk. If I'm talking, then you'll hear it. But it's just basically, I don't know how to describe it. But anyways, okay, so, okay, Chalmers. I'm just going to stay on this road. I'm almost positive. Because I don't want to start going. This is when I second guess myself. I don't know. I think Chalmers is... See, now I feel like I know I'm not going the wrong way. But Chalmers is closer to... going deeper into Detroit. Wait a minute. I know that's true. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm all turned around. Okay, we're just going to ignore all of this because, wait a minute. This right up here, I think this is what I was thinking in my mind. Yes, no, maybe. Oh, now this doesn't look familiar at all. Unless this is Morgan, Hayes. I feel, oh God, I feel, wait, if this is Outer Drive, then, no. God. What do I do? There's Kelly. I'm still gonna go this way. I have a feeling I'm doing the right thing. It's just because I'm going in the opposite direction, so it doesn't feel like it's the right thing. But I feel like, because I never go this way, it's always the opposite way. So I don't know. We're just gonna go with it. We have an hour before I really have to panic. Meaning, within the hour, I have to have both of these funeral homes delivered and back to the shop. No problem. Okay. What you doing? Thank you. So, okay, get back to the story, right? Which, I'm sorry, I'm just like so distracted right now because I feel lost. But I'm not lost. I mean, I can punch in an address at any time and get out of here and back on the road that I'm really supposed to be on. But I kind of just want to see if I'm right. Do I really know Detroit like I think I know Detroit? Because I think I do. But I don't know. The thing is, here's the thing about Detroit. Okay, so, like, Van Dyke runs north to south. When you're not in Detroit, basically, that's basically what you say. When you're not in Detroit, well, no, because it does still, it still does for a while. I bet you, this is the expressway right here, and I bet you this is Cashew right up here. I'm almost positive. I think. Maybe not. No, this is going to be Outer Drive. What I want, the dead ends to the funeral home. I'm almost positive. I know I keep saying that. Okay, we're just going to go with it. But I think I know. Yes. I think I'm right. Right? Because this isn't Cashew. This is Outer Drive. Right? Like you guys know. Just say right. So I'll shut the hell up. Oh, yeah. I'm right. I did it, guys! I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so, story time. So I'm like, oh my God. And when I'm so pathetic, too. Because I think I found it like Wednesday nights. And then Thursday night is when I went and watched it. Yeah, because I was going to watch it Wednesday night. I said, Becca, is this going to be a series that you'll watch with me? And she was like, nope. Like, you do. Why? She's like, just not interested. I'm like, okay. So, she probably just didn't want to be sucked into another freaking, show to watch with me. Which is good because I have so many that I have to wait to watch with her. And it's like, come on, don't you want to watch this today? So, yep. This is exactly where I thought I was going. Yep, because here's Outer Drive East. Oh, let me explain. Yeah, I was talking about the roads in Detroit first. So, Van Dyke is a very main street in the Macomb area, Macomb County. That's the best way I can explain it. But then it goes into Detroit. And at a certain point in Detroit, then it turns into an east and west road. Same with Gratiot. That's a north-south road. But it's like all roads lead into Detroit, so it all makes like this left turn. Now you're going this way. So it gets very confusing. And if you ever been on Outer Drive, Outer Drive, I swear, when they put Outer Drive on the map, they gave a 2-year-old a crayon and said, here, make a street. And they just picked up the crayon and started somewhere else. Outer Drive does not keep connecting. It's like, it's so weird. But you'll think you'll be on Outer Drive and you're on the wrong Outer Drive, even though it says Outer Drive East. But you're on the wrong Outer Drive East. Yeah. Because we have an Outer Drive East, we have an Outer Drive, and we have an Outer Drive West. It's very confusing. Very, very confusing. So, like, we're on Outer Drive right now. I don't know if we're on East or just on Outer Drive. Let me see if we can see the cars. No straight signs right there. Yeah. Welcome to Detroit. You hardly ever get straight signs. No straight signs again. Anyways, 3 miles down. Okay, what are we on? Outer Drive East. Yep, we're on Outer Drive East. But 3 miles down, going the same way this is. This is east to west, or west to east. 3 miles down, going east to west is Outer Drive. Tell me how that works. Oh shoot, I gotta get over here. See, it dead ends, and there's the funeral home right there. So we're gonna go drop this one off real fast. Then we're gonna go back to our Andrew and Hardy, and we're gonna go sit in the parking lot until 10 o'clock. And if they're not open by 10 o'clock, well then they can just go suck a big one, and I have to go do that 11 o'clock one. Well, really, I can only stay there till 9. Oh, I don't know. I need to be back at the shop no later than 10:15. Right, so that's why I said an hour, because now it's actually 9:09. Which they're open. I already see Viviano's in their parking lot, so. Okay, my turn. Starting construction over here. Oh, I don't like it when that happens. Okay, that's flooded. Okay, I promise, once I get out of here, I will tell you about the dam. Oh my god, they have lights in theirs. Viviano's. Just come right up here, because I'm leaving way before you. Okay, you ready? The Viviano's guy was nice and held the door for me, but then he was a typical man and had to tell me. I'm like, yo, go ahead, you got the heavier one. He's like, it's not as heavy as it looks. I go, oh, okay, I know about those. You know, sometimes when they put a whole bunch of brick of Oasis in it, then it's like, what the heck? He's like, yeah, or if they put those stones in it. You know those stones are heavy. Yeah, bitch, I've been doing this for 23 years. I know the stones are heavy. He said it in that, I'm not just bitching to bitch. He said it in that, I'm a man, so I need to tell you. You know, that tone of voice. Anyways. Oh, now I can't breathe. Okay, let's get to this. So I was all excited, and even when I because One thing I don't like about it, though, when you go on Netflix, it starts playing the episode, or it starts playing to see, hey, would you be interested in this? But it won't stop. It's like very annoying. Unless you click on it, and then it plays the episode, and I'm like, I don't want that either. I just want to read about it. I don't want anyone talking to me right now. Basically what it was. But right when I heard Mel say Jack's name, I was like, oh, it is! Y'all, I watched 3 episodes or 4 episodes. I did a little ranty. Okay, so I watch a lot of TV. I don't watch movies. I watch TV. So I have this app on my phone that I track all of my TV shows because I watch so many, I forget where I left off. So if I start to watch something, I go back, I go to my tracker because I know I'm going to sit down right now and watch this episode. So I track it, or I say I watched it. So the next time I pick up my phone to see what episode I'm on, well, it tells me which episode I'm on. Or if I like binge watch like 10 of them, after, I'd say every few I go on there and I make sure that it's correct. And before I turn it off, then I go back on it and show where I left off. So I used to use this one tracker, didn't like it, but I found this new one and I love it. But what's cool is on that episode, people comment, so you can leave comments. So after I watched 2 episodes, I went on the comments and they're like, oh, this is just like some other show that I never watched. But I kind of now want to watch it because if it's anything like this, then it would be interesting. And they're like, they're copying. It's like, then one person was like, do you not realize that this is a book series, and this book series was out before the TV show actually ever started? So if anyone's copying anyone, oh my God, you're gonna freaking hit me? Old man? Oh, he was coming up so fast, and that was the red card that's turning right there. You saw the garbage truck? He was going around the garbage truck, but I don't think he realized that we were stopped, and he almost rear-ended me. But anyways, so, oh my God. Welcome to the madness, people. I'm telling you, the vlogs every week seems to be so, it's just a hot mess. That's all it is. It's a big old steaming hot plate of hot mess. Here you go. Okay, so back on track. And I thought I had nothing to talk about today. So, if anyone's stealing from anyone, it would be the books were there first, you know? Anyway, so I'm reading, and I'm like, okay, not gonna, oh my, is this only, okay, so we need to go here. Not gonna comment yet, because now my blood pressure was all heated because they're saying that they're copying from a different show. It's like, dumbasses, no. So I watched another episode and then I just let it have it. I went on a rant because I'm sorry, I understand. Hear me. I understand. This is the first time I've read a book and seen a TV show. I read a lot of books and then watch the movies. And I understand you cannot put everything that's in the book in the movie. I understand that. What I get mad about, perfect example, Sister's freaking Keeper. Or Sister's Keeper, or Sister's Keeper. Don't ever read the book and watch the movie. because they changed the whole end of the movie. It was nothing like the book. I was screaming at, because I'm smart too now. When I watch a movie that I've read the book, I'm not watching it in the theater because I scream at the theater, at the movie screen. I'm that passionate about it. Harry Potter 1, y'all. Let me tell you, my husband kept hitting my leg. Shh, shh, shh. I'm like, that didn't happen though. Okay, so I was screaming at the TV screen with Sister Keeper. We actually had to pause it, and I had to explain why I was so upset to everyone who was watching it with me. Yeah. Okay. So I understand, but when you do shit like that where you change it completely for no reason, because the book, how it was at the ending of the book, would have translated into TV exactly the same way. But no, you have the other child dying? What? No! Oh my God. I feel my blood pressure just rushing right now. So, 3 episodes. Like I said, I think I made it to 4. But after 3 episodes, and John came back on the end of episode 2 when I was reading the comments of what other people were saying, and when I'm gonna sound like such a nut job right now, but tell me down and below in the comments, are you the same way? Do you scream at the TV? Do you scream at your... Now when I say scream, this is me screaming right now, like, oh my God, you know, not like, you motherfucker. No, it's the high, not even high pitch. Well, I guess I am kind of high pitch, but it's like, you just gotta tell the TV screen or your device that you're reading what's what, you know? You gotta tell them, that did not happen. What are you talking about? Are you serious? That kind of thing, you know? If you could have saw me, it was hilarious because I put my hand up like it was a phone and I was screaming at my hand. But anyways, I think it was hilarious. After I'm doing it, I'm like, what are you doing? And these people are just staring at me, but that's okay because I don't give a shit. I'm not even going there. No, not going there. Okay. Okay. So, John came in after episode 2. So, episode 3 starts, and they had just done something else that to piss me off. Okay, here I'll give you a couple little things. I'll give you the premise of book 1, and then all of the other books, all are about this little town called Virgin River, because there's a river that's called Virgin River that runs through the town, from my understanding. I don't know if it runs through, but you know what I mean. There's a Virgin River in the town. I guess so, because rivers run through it, right? Because, see, that's where I'm getting confused. I'm like, what's a lake? What's a river? A river is, yeah, a lake is just, could be a circle, no ending or beginning, but a river, I think, it doesn't end, right? Well, it ends at one point, but it's not like our lakes, where our lakes are like, oh, that's a lake. Oh, now the lake is gone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking the Mississippi River goes through how many freaking states, you know? Okay. See, I'm getting so sidetracked. So, the thing is that Mel and Jack are your main characters, and Doc. They live in this small little town. Jack owns the bar. Preacher is the cook at the bar. Doc lives across the street. He's the doc of the town. He's the doctor. So, and you learn this within the first, like, well, I think it's the first chapter. You probably learned it on the back jacket to get you to read the damn book. Mel's husband dies. So, Gratiot. I think we need to go this way on Gratiot. Wow, we got here fast, right? Is it this way? I think so. Okay, Mel's husband dies, and she is devastated. He's murdered at a convenience store on his way home from working a late shift at the ER. It's told over and over and over and over again. Sorry, I needed a drink. So, can I go? So she just can't cope with life. So she looks for a new job, and she finds this job. I feel like I'm not going the right way. Oh wait, no, I did go. Okay, yes, I am going the right way, but I went down quite far. She wants to find a new start in life. So she answers an ad to become the town's new midwife. And she's a nurse I can't say that word. No, I know how to say it, but I can't right now. Oh my God, forget it. You know what I'm trying to say. She's a special nurse she's almost like a doctor, you know. Oh my God, they're still closed. Practitioner. That's what she is. Okay, I gotta call. Okay. So apparently they were open. They just forgot to open the gates. And so, my shop called them and said, your gates are closed. Are you really open? And they're like, oh yeah, we're open. So I sat there for another 5 minutes, and I'm like, okay, am I supposed to pull up to the gate? Because when they're open, the gates are just open. Does that make sense? So I call them and I say, I'm here. Am I supposed to like approach the gate and it opens? He's like, oh no, I'll go open it right now. So then when he comes and answers the door, he's like, I am so sorry. He goes, ever since I walked in the door, the phone won't stop ringing. And, oh shit, I was in the wrong lane. The person was probably like, get the hell over. I wasn't in the turning lane, I was in their lane. Anyways, he comes to the door and he's like, she called me, I said I was gonna open the gate, and then 2 other phone calls came in. And then she called me again, and he was, I'm so sorry for making you wait out there. I'm like, it's okay, I understand. I'm just glad you're open. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those days, I'm telling you. It's one of those days. Okay, so back to my ranty rant about Virgin River. So John came in on the 3rd episode, and something had happened, and I was like, oh! And John's like, not going the way that you were hoping it would go. Oh, darn it. Now I'm going to have the hiccups again? Seriously. Take a drink. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. So, yeah. So I pause it, that's right. And he's like, what are you getting so upset about? I go, John, let me tell you. Now, see, John, because I listened to him as an audiobook. And I looked. It was 2014 when I read the series the last time. So it's been how many years? 6, right? 6 years? Am I doing the math right? I think so. My brain's not working today. We all know this. 2014 and it's been 6 years since I read this. When I read it, John would hear bits and pieces of it. You know, because I am a person who likes to listen to books while I'm working. And then when I come home, I still want to listen to the book. So I'll be like, hey, do you mind if I still just listen to my book? And he's like, sure, go ahead, I don't care. So that's how that works. So, 4th of July weekend is when I started reading them again. And John was really getting into it. He like knows some of the character names and like I was listening to book 4 and he's like, wait a minute, I'm confused, who is this? And I'm like, oh yeah, you know this guy, this is da 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 da. And he's like, oh yeah, okay, yep, I remember this. But he's like, what's wrong? I said, John, it's not like the simple things they change. They changed the big things. And why? Why? Okay, so Mel moves to this small town. She was promised this beautiful cat to be able to live in this beautiful cabin for a year. The salary isn't much because it's a small town. Most of them don't have insurance. They pay in produce and, you know, what they kill and stuff like that, or homemade things, or, you know, and they give what money they can, but it's run as a small town community, you know. So the salary was like nothing. But she wanted just a new start, that's why she did it. Well, she gets there and the picture that she was sent was like from 20 years ago, and now the cabin's all run down. There's a bird nest in the oven. They kept that. Of all things that they kept, the bird nest in the fucking oven they kept. But anyways, it's the things that they changed that now you just changed the whole story of the book. So she said she's gonna leave. The doc doesn't really want her there because it was the town like mayor, but really she's not the mayor. But in the freaking TV show, now she's the damn mayor. But it's the town nosy body who thinks she's in charge of everything, who has money, hires Mel to come in and be the midwife of the town. So Mel doesn't want to stay, and like the next day she finds a baby on the doorstep of the doctor's office, or the doc's house really, because it's run out of a house. And she like falls in love with this baby, and she's trying to think in the city mind where they have to report it to DFS, right? Department of Family, yeah. And the town doc is, or his name is Doc. Doc's like, oh, I'll take care of it, but he knows that someone eventually is gonna just be like, I was stupid and I gave the baby up, you know. So he doesn't call them. Well, so Mel is trying to do something, and because there's there's nothing, you know, there's nothing there except for the little like, it was like a basket that she was in. So Mel is like, I think she was searching the basket, and she's like, here, can you hold her? Do you even know how to hold her? And Jack is like, yeah, especially girls, because all I have are nieces. And throughout the book, it's a big thing that he only has nieces. Because when Mel gets pregnant and they find out she's having a boy, Jack is all excited because he gets to rub it into all of his brother-in-law's face that he's the only one who has a boy. Why in the TV show that Jack has nieces and nephews? What? Why? Why couldn't it just be nieces and let that story happen? But no, nieces and nephews. You didn't have to put the fucking nephews part in there. That pissed me off. Book 2 is all about Paige and Preacher and how their whole love story, because each book is how someone comes into town and the town basically helps them heal of something that happened in their life. Or, well, yeah, that's basically every single book so far. I can't remember, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, I'm thinking book 2. Oh, book 3. Yep, that was it. Book 4. Yeah, that was it. Book 5. Yeah. Okay, so basically, people come in town, hurt, they find true love, and they become part of the freaking community, right? So, I mean, it's chick books, but they're good. They're really good. John enjoys them, which isn't saying much, because John likes. He's not much of a chick flick person, which I don't like chick flicks, but he likes the drama, and it's more like a drama, you know? It's a TV drama, but it's in a book form. Yeah, whatever. Not even gonna go there anymore. So, they have Paige work at a food truck. It's like, what? Now, I don't remember if Paige gets a food truck, but this is the very beginning of the series. Her and Preacher aren't even together yet. You just missed out a whole bunch of shit. So, no. They messed up that storyline. Yeah, I was just like, no. So, I think it was last night. The whole reason I'm talking about this. I'm pretty sure it was last night. Because I said, oh, I'm going to listen to my book. John goes, are you going to listen to your book, or are you going to go watch the TV show? Or did you give up on the TV show? I said, for right now, I gave up on the TV show. I was so excited for this. Because, okay, all my book lovers who love to read books, when you read a book, if it really, like, touched you, or, I don't know, it became part of your life, there's still times, well, now it's going to be even more because I'm rereading the damn books, but there's been certain times where I'm like, I hear something would happen, I'd be like, I wonder how Preacher and Jack would help with this, you know? It's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'll hear something like, oh, that's something that, you know, Jack would say. You know? Or like whenever I hear, like when I hear of Daisy being Maggie's, oh, what is it called? The dog. The Maggie has a seizure and the dog, Daisy helps her. It's her service dog. That's what it's called. Then I think of Sister's Keeper and Judge, the dog. Yeah. It's like, you know, I keep little parts of books in my heart. And the Virgin River series, there's a lot of people that I carry in my heart. Does this make sense? Or in my head. When something happens, I'm like, oh, that was kind of like with Paige. You know? I don't know. Okay. I'll be back. Okay, we are back and we're on the road again, all loaded up with our 11 a.m. It's 10 o'clock. So, yeah. We should get there about 10:30. I'm not sure if that guy saw me or not, and I needed a drink. So sorry. Sorry for the silence. It stopped raining. Yay. That don't make me happy. Oh, I thought I turned them off. I guess I didn't. Okay. Yeah, so it just really aggravates me when they change something so drastic from the original that there was no reason why you had to do that. The Paige one, okay, that was a long story. But you're making a TV series. It's not like it's a movie where you just want to introduce Paige. It's a TV series. So, as a viewer who knows the material, what, you don't think you're going to go past one season? Because you're cutting out so much shit. So what are you going to do? Cut out everything and then make it your own TV series? And it was just, I know it's based on the book, but you know what I'm saying? There's no reason for you to cut out all the good shit. It's the good stuff you're cutting out. I don't know. Okay, we have to get off the subject, and I have to wait about a year before I can try to rewatch that. So then, when I found out about the Virgin River series, you know what, maybe it was long, no, it was about a week after I learned about it, and then I started watching it, because, well, it only took me 2 days to read the first book, but I wanted to read the first book, and it ended up where I read the first book and the second book, and I was in the middle of the third book when I started watching the series. Yeah. But they made another, and it's Netflix, so now I have no high hopes. And now I'm thinking, okay, so it was probably 6 years. I can't remember if I read Virgin River first and then Sweet Magnolians. But my second favorite book series out of my top 5, they made a TV series out of that too. It's like, okay, maybe my problem was, but see, I would have remembered the whole things that pissed me off about this series, about the TV show, because those are big things, you know? But I'm thinking, maybe I should just watch the TV show and then reread the books, because I want to go back and reread the books. I'm enjoying the Virgin River books so much again, because remember, old age, can't remember things, which is kind of a plus. You remember, but you don't remember. Like, I think it was book 3 or book 4. When I picked up the books again, and was reading book 1, I'm like, oh yeah, wasn't there someone who got locked in an outhouse? And then it happened in book 4, but it wasn't the person that I remembered at all, and the situation. But I was like, you know, I remember that something would happen, but I don't remember all of the details. But I remember that Jack only has nieces, because it was a big deal that he got his son. I'm not going to let that one go, people. Not going to let that one go. Where am I? I'm on Utica. Trying to think of when should I get over to Shaner. I'm thinking I should do it at 15 here, because it's actually on Shaner. So that'd be the smartest thing to do. So, but I'm enjoying reading these books. I know now I want to go back and read Sweet Magnolias and oh my god, yes, the oh my god, what is it called? I can't think of it. Oh, it's on the coast. Chicopee. Oh my gosh, now I can't think. It's by Cheryl Wood. Why isn't it coming to me? I want to say the last name is the Thompson family. Oh God, they were such good books. I'm rereading them. I don't care. And see, like I said, I liked reading them at work. Yes, I used to listen to YouTube while I was at work. But it's hard to watch YouTube. That's why I got so far behind too. Because it's hard to watch YouTube at work, because I want to watch YouTube, not listen to YouTube. So it's easier to watch YouTube and Stitch, because now I have it figured out where I know exactly where to, how short, how do I say this? Okay, I'm watching it on my computer. So I close that box just a certain amount, and then I have my PDF pattern up, so I can look at both of them at the same time. Here goes the hiccups again. What is my problem? I don't understand this. I think I'd rather be yawning than hiccuping. Oh, it's like it takes my breath away. Well, I think it does, right? Anyway, oh my gosh. Let me take another drink and see if that will help. Nope, it didn't. Ever try to hiccup and swallow? Not a good thing. Oh God, what was I just talking about? See, the hiccups just do everything wrong. Oh my gosh. It's the hard ones too. You ever hiccup so hard and it, like, especially when you're talking and your ears, like, I don't know, your ears like pop, but it's not a pop, it's weird. Oh my God, what was I just talking about, guys? Oh yeah, YouTube watching, oh my God, my brain, I'm telling you. So, when I'm cross-stitching and watching YouTube, it's so much easier because you can look up. And I love him and stuff when they say, look up! And it's like, okay, I'm looking up. Oh, yeah, that's very pretty. YouTubers, tell me to look up because it's wonderful. If you're going to show me something, tell me to look up. Now, I know this has been told over and over and over again, but that's why I don't go to lives much anymore, because lives you have to be watching chat all the time. But like with regular just YouTube videos, even like unboxings, I love hearing all the colors, you know, but I don't watch when the colors go through unless it's Miss Coffee and then I know to look up to see the AV, you know? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I like listening to books while okay, you're scaring me. While I'm driving, because I don't have to look at anything. I'm listening. Unless you guys know of good, I like series. The bigger the better. But even if it's only 3 books in a series, I'll do 3 books. That's, well, of course, that's the minimum, you know. It's got to be 3. If it's 2, it's not a series, really. It's got to be 3 or more to make it a series, in my mind. So, if you guys know of some good series, one thing, I'm not a sci-fi person at all. I don't care for sci-fi, aliens. I can't count out ghosts, because that book that Wendy was reading about the ghosts, that was good. That was good. But, yeah, I need some more series books to read. And here's the whole thing. Why I don't like movies. And I mean, I will once in a while read a book where it's not a series, because I want it to keep going. You know, with the movie, it's like, that's it. At least with like a TV show, you know, well, next season something else is gonna happen, but you got your main characters, you know. And like with the Virgin River, it's not always all about Mel and Jack. But Mel and Jack are in the background, because they'll go to the bar and there's Mel and Jack, and then there's Preacher, and then there's this person, and there's that person. But you get to know about them, and then they're like side notes in the stories, you know? But you already know their whole backstory, so it's okay when they mention, you know, that Jack has his son in the backpack and serving lunch to everyone. Well, you know the whole story why Jack has his son in the backpack. Because his mother is probably giving birth, helping someone give birth somewhere or something. You know what I mean? I don't want to try to remember everyone's shit. Or no, I like remembering everyone's shit. I don't want to try to learn about you and then not know what happens to you the rest of your life. Is that how I say it? Yeah. Oh, because I hate when a book ends. See, I used to love Nicholas Sparks, but I don't read his books anymore, because I want to know what happens afterwards. After they fall in love, what happens? What happens? And with series, I can see little glimpses into their lives. In a regular book, it ends and it's like, well, never know what happened to them again. You know what I'm saying? I'm just weird, I know. Oh, I know I'm weird. But, I don't know. Okay, so we talked about books and TV shows today. Probably like 20 minutes, I'm sorry. And if you stuck around this long, thank you so much. I am very chatty today. Which I think is hilarious this morning. Like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. No clue. You got me on a ranting about a TV show. Yeah, but if I can't find any books, any new books, I don't mind going back to my old ones and reading them. Especially now, like I said, because I forget. Like when I was crying yesterday, I totally forgot about that happening in the book. I kind of remembered. I mean, I remembered the bus went over the cliff. But the part that made me cry, I totally forgot about that. So, yeah. Oh my God. And, it was on the way to get gas, because I didn't turn on the after I loaded stuff, and then I went and got gas, and I told you that I was coasting to the gas station, so I didn't hit record. Oh my God, I heard why do I still have my windshield wipers on? I heard the cutest, well, not, okay, I hate saying cutest, but I heard a news story this morning that, like, touched my heart. This, and you probably guys have heard it. I don't watch the news, so the only time I ever hear about things happening is basically on my way to work. Before I turn on my book, the radio will be on, and I'll hear little things that happen, you know. So anyways, where am I at? I'm at 19. This little boy got mauled by a dog. Now that's the sad part. But, okay, so I remember how they said it, but you know, it like got me right there. I was like, but he didn't have to be mauled. He was protecting his little sister. The boy is 4 years old. His sister was like 2 years old. I think that's how it went. Or was it 8 and 4? I don't know. Doesn't really matter how old. The kid was under 10 years old. Let's put it that way, because that really makes a difference. The little kid, and the sister was only like a couple of years younger. The little kid, sister, was getting attacked by a dog, and the little brother stepped in between them, and his face got mauled by a dog. 90 stitches later, it attacked his eye, but they said his eye is going to be fine. There's no damage to the eye. 90 stitches later, and you know, there was reporters, or I don't know, or I don't know how, you know, who knows. But anyways, the little boy was asked, like, maybe the doctors asked him, well, how did you get attacked so much worse than your sister, or, you know, he's like, I decided, oh my God, and if I start crying again, I can already tell. He said, I decided if one of us were going to die, it should be me. He protected his little sister. He jumped in between the dog and his little sister so she wouldn't be, you know, killed by the dog. I was like, oh my God, this little kid and his big ass heart. Oh, I'm crying. Oh my God. But you know, how cute is that? If one of us had to die, it has to be me. Yeah, so then, I can't think of his name, but Captain America sent him a message, and now he's going to send him his sword because he's a superhero, and a superhero needs a real sword, not sword, shield. Why was I saying sword? Shield. You know, Captain America, shield. Oh my God, it's just like, really? Yeah, so I was crying on the way to the gas station. Then, you know, you walk in the gas station, and when you've been crying, you got, well, I don't know about you guys, but my eyes turned red. So they either thought I was stoned or I was crying. You never know. You do know, I don't smoke pot. First of all, I can't because my daughter is allergic to it. They made a Krispy Kreme over here. But see, the red hot light isn't on, so I don't stop unless the red hot light is on. Oh my God. Yeah, so I don't know what I was just saying because of Krispy Kreme. Oh God. Was I just saying something about Becca? I don't know why my head just went flash to Becca. Was I saying something about Becca? I don't know. Huh. I don't know. It was Captain America. I looked over at my diamond painting stickers. face just popped in my head because she's gonna design me some, I think it's the next one up, some ornaments with Captain America and all that. The Avengers, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I was saying. I think that's hilarious. I saw Krispy Kreme, everything went out of my head. All I see is donuts. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. This clip was 20 minutes, and I think I did another 20 minutes, and I think yesterday was at least 20 minutes. So I know you have at least an hour. I really don't know how long this is going to be, but yeah, it's time to go because I've talked your ears off today. And I'm sorry if I was talking about something and then forgot and never went back to it. That's life. Okay, guys, so have a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.